This KDP niche is pulling in over $2,300 every single month, and honestly, it feels like a complete cheat code. Most publishers will scroll right past these books because they think that it looks too simple to be profitable. No fancy designs, just surprisingly high earnings from surprisingly basic books. And over the last few years, I've learned what works and what doesn't work on Amazon KDP. And the deeper that I looked into this niche, the more that I realized this is the kind of niche most big publishers hope you never find. So in this video, I'll show you why it works, how I know it's not just a fluke, and how you could replicate this strategy across similar sub-niches to potentially multiply your royalties, even if you've never made a KDP book before. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, the KDP niche that feels like a cheat code is called the dot marker activity book. Now, this niche was included in my last video on secret KDP niches they don't want you to know about. So if you want to find out more KDP niches just like this, make sure to watch my previous video after this one. I'll leave a marker up top on this video right now. Now, the first thing I want to look at are just a couple of these books and just show you how simple these are and why it feels like a cheat code. And as you're going to see with the covers on these books, for example, this one right here, you can see that it's just basically a bunch of circles in an image. I mean, you have it right here with this turtle and this whale. You have it right here with this unicorn. You have it right here. And really, it's just as simple as you see it. It's just a bunch of images right here with circles inside it. I mean, look at this book right here, Dot Markers Activity Book. This one's ranking at 27,000, and just a lot of books here that's very simple, but they are making a ton of money, a ton of sales. And it really feels like this niche is a cheat code, especially because if we look up here, we can see the total results, 1,138. So we can see there are pockets within this niche that aren't too competitive. Now, determining whether a niche is potentially profitable or not is not that complicated. I really only use 3 simple steps. The first one has to do with the competition. So in this case, I'm looking for search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is just going to tell me that this niche isn't too competitive, which means that it's going to give my book a better chance at getting ranked on the first or second page of Amazon, where most of the sales happen. So back on Amazon, we can see, in fact, total results 1,138. So not too competitive for this niche, for this exact keyword right here. Now you can go ahead and find other sub niches within this niche. You could look for animals such as llamas. You could do vehicles. I've seen unicorns. You could do like this one right here, Bible coloring. You could do cute things. You could do this for girls, for boys. You could do dinosaurs. So there are a lot of sub niches here that you could go explore and you could do very well in. So you could basically double down, triple down, quadruple down in this niche and potentially sell a lot more books for similar types of customers. As you can see, here is a sub niche called the Bible Dot Markers Coloring Book. Total results 632, so a lot less competitive here. And there are examples of books here doing very well. Look at this one right here, 15,000 BSR. And then I did see a few more here in the 300,000 range. For example, this one right here, as well as another one right here. So there is a lot of opportunity here if you wanted to go ahead and niche down. This is just one example of a sub niche within this Dot Markers Coloring Book. And if you do a lot more digging, you can definitely find a lot more. Now, the second thing that I look for has to do with the demand. There's no point putting a book up on Amazon if nobody is looking for that type of book. So in order to judge demand, I'm going to be looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a bestsellers rank of 300,000 or below, because this is just going to tell me that these books are consistently selling, which means that there's some sort of demand here. Now, if we go through this first row on Amazon, Titans Quick View gives me this information, publisher, independently published, which is exactly what I'm looking for, because this is going to tell me that this is a KDP book. And then the bestsellers rank 1,848. So this is an example of a book that's selling very, very well. The one right next to it, same kind of thing, independently published, 2,258. The book right next to it, independently published, 5,484. So right there, in fact, 3 books showing demand, but I really like to look through the rest of the first page, even to the end, pretty much the last row, to see what kind of sales that those books are making, to see what kind of depth this niche has. So if we go through this really quick, this one we can see 22,000. Let's go to the next row. This one with the dinosaur, 17,000. This vehicles, 12,000. This one right here, 33,000. This one right here is the first book that's not independently published. And then this one right here, independently published once again, 27,000. Now let's just keep scrolling through here. Now we still have books selling very well. This one's 20,000. This one is 36,000. Let's keep scrolling down near the end. And we still have books here selling very well. This one's 47,000, 80,000. This one's at 10,000 BSR. And then at the very last row, we can see this independently published book is still selling, not as good, 659. But if we go the row before, we can see this book right here, independently published, ranked at 39,000. So there's a lot of depth with this niche. And basically, if you can get your book ranked on the first page, you're going to sell very, very well. Now, the third thing that I look for is actually pretty simple. It's just the way that I validate the first 2 steps of the demand and the competition. And that is a niche score provided by Titans QuickView. And that number I'm looking for is at least 50. So if we look at the niche score, we see 81, which is actually very, very high. But if we go ahead and click this Titans Pro analysis, which this is a paid tool, but it does give us even more information, we can see the demand for this niche is a 7 and the opportunity is a 9, which is actually the highest number that they give. So we can see that there's a lot of potential here for this niche, and everything points into the direction that there's definitely a lot of potential here for success. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of these books and let's see what the interiors look like. Now, if we take a look at this book, it's called the Dot Markers Activity Book Vehicles. So this one's based off of vehicles. And this one is for boys, kids, girls, preschool, kindergarten. And we can see this has a bestsellers rank of 12,314. It has the number 2 overall in children's buses transportation, number 4 in children's construction vehicles books, and then number 215 overall in children's coloring books. So a very high performing book. And we can see with the 30-day sales, 504 to 756 sales per month. Now, looking at the actual book, we can see that it has high ratings here. 83% is a 5-star and overall 4.8 out of 5. But this type of book actually doesn't take that much work because notice the print length is only 75 pages. So if we look through the product details, we can see only 35 coloring pages. And once you learn how to put these pages together, you're going to be putting a lot of these books together because the pages itself isn't that complicated. You can actually create these pages in just a couple minutes. Now looking at the interior, so this one is of a rocket ship, but as you can see, it's just an image and a bunch of these circles in here where the customer, or in this case, the kid, will go ahead and use their dot markers to go ahead and color this in. Very simple activity book, not too complicated. And then if we look at the back cover, there are some more interiors right here, fire truck, the ship. Now, the reason you want to create these books is because if you notice with this book, after a few months of up and down sales, it kind of took hold and pretty much is selling very, very well the rest of the time. You can see basically a flat line except for this area right here. And that just shows you that this book sells well 24/7, 365. It doesn't need seasonal holidays to sell. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas or summer or back to school. This book will just continue to sell day after day, year after year. Now, some more of the interiors and exactly what it looks like when being colored in with a dot marker. Here's an airplane, cement mixer. There's some more instances right here of fire truck, train ship, and then the crane. So like you can see, very simple type of book and not too complicated. So if we go up here, take its 30-day sales of 756, go ahead and plug that into the calculator and then multiply that by the number that we're going to get here from Kindle Direct Publishing's royalty calculator. I put in all of the details here, black and white interior, 8.5 by 11 inch trim size, Page count on this 75 with the list price $9.99. Submit that. We can see Amazon.com Marketplace, an estimated royalty of $3.15. So if we go ahead and plug that into the calculator, $3.15, we're going to see that this book, very simple book, makes over $2,300 per month in estimated royalties. All right, so now that you understand why this niche is performing the way it is, let me show you how to actually make one of these interiors in a way that's simple, fast, but still looks professional. The way that I do it is I'll first generate original illustrations using AI. That way, you're not just copying what everyone else is doing, and your book has a better chance of standing out when you upload it to Amazon. Once we have those base images, we bring them into Canva, and that's where the magic happens. Now, the AI tool that I'm going to use for this video is called Nurier Creator. There's really only a couple things here to choose from. So for me, I like to use AI generation. Now, the next option is either a DFY or a freestyle version. And basically, DFY just allows you, if you don't know what you're doing, to basically enter some prompts in. So for example, let me copy this real quick. If we go to DFY, you can see you can put in a main character description right here. And in this case, with this prompt list, it would be right here, cute car. Now you can also put in a situation, which is optional. I usually don't put anything in here. And then you choose an art style. Now here are all the art styles. There's quite a bit to choose from: kawaii, stained glass, steampunk, pop art. But the few that I noticed that work very, very well with coloring books would be right here: anime, clip art, as well as cartoon, pop art, kawaii, and even this simple Zen doodles. Now let's just go back to freestyle because this is what I used right here. And let's paste in my actual prompt list. And these are the prompts that I use: cute lion. They're all in a kawaii style, but cute lion, elephant, pig, dog, duck, bird, shark, hamster. The next part is just asking if you want a background or no background. So for this type of book, I don't want a background. And then the image size. So depending on the book that you're making, the size of it, typically 8.5 by 11 inches. Sometimes it's 8.5 by 8.5 inches. And then you can choose your line thickness, either thin, medium, or thick. I went with medium. Just hit generate images. And after a couple minutes, you're going to come up with some results. Now, keep in mind, this is not a perfect tool. Just like any AI art generator out there, they're not perfect. However, they can produce some very good images. So for this lion one, since it is for a kid style book, a lot of these would actually work. For example, this one right here, this one I can see working for this type of book. The next one I use cute elephant. Now there's a couple here that could work. Any of these first three looks pretty good. The next one is a cute pig. And then from here, I would probably go with this first one, or maybe this last one right here, because I can incorporate probably more circles into this pig. Although this one has a bigger head, so maybe this one will work better. Now the next one is a cute dog. Once again, for example, it's not a perfect tool. Look at this one right here on the right. Look at the eyes. But look at the second one, looks pretty good, even the third one. And then if we look at the next set of images, we have the cute duck, which we could probably make use of maybe the first or the third one here. The cute bird, which this last one looks pretty good. And then the cute shark, which I think this one right here could work, the first one. And then the cute hamster. So the cute hamster actually looks pretty cute. And out of all four of these, I would probably go with this first one right here. Now this is pretty simple. Just download all the images as a PNG zip. You could also do the SVG if you wanted, although with Canva, you want to download the PNG if you see some artifacting going on. For example, with this picture, and you want to clean up some of these things, you want to make sure to download the PNG versions because Canva will allow you to do that, as opposed to the SVG, which you cannot make any of those edits with Canva. Now, if you like what you see, you want to try out Nurier Creator, I'll leave a link to this tool down in the description below, so feel free to check it out. Now, what you want to do is open up Canva. If you don't have an account, you can open up a free one. I'll leave a link down in the description down below. Go ahead and use a custom size, 8.5 by 11 inches. Create that new design. And really all you have to do is grab those images that you downloaded. I'm going to go ahead and grab all of them and then just drag them into Canva. And then it's going to propagate in here where it's going to allow us to just pick and choose the ones that we want to work with and just go ahead and put the circles in them. Now, typically the first page is going to be a book belongs to page. So let's create that real quick. Now we can go do something like this because I want to try something out here. Let's go play with the line spacing, bring it down, and then go to effects. Let's hollow this. Let's make it smaller here, and then let's use a font here. Now I thought I could get it to where I can put circles in these letters, but I'm thinking it's just gonna be too small. So I'm just gonna go ahead and forget about that idea. Just shrink this like this. Put this right here. Let's take away that effect and let's make it flat. And then go over here, elements, look for the shape, the line one right here, put it on the bottom here, and then just drag it out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now the next page usually can be a dot markers practice page. So you can go ahead and grab a shape here, the circle, put it on your page. And what you can do is you can make this white, but you can go ahead and put a stroke style here and just put maybe a 1 or a 2. I'm gonna go with 2, and I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller there, and then just kind of put it here. Now we're gonna duplicate this, put it over here, duplicate this again, and keep duplicating it until the end there. I'm gonna go ahead and grab all those and then just center it, and then go ahead and duplicate that, put that on the bottom here, duplicate it again until the bottom of the page. And then I'm just gonna go back up here, duplicate this, put this right here. We're gonna make this a little bit smaller, and we're gonna name this test color page. And so this is where they can test the colors of their dot markers. Now we're gonna add a page. Now this is where that first image is gonna go. So if we go back here to uploads, let's go ahead and grab this shark, and the one from the shark that I like is actually this one right here. Now all we need to do is just expand it as big as we can. There are some things here I want to clean up. So to clean that up, I can go here, edit, go to magic eraser, and just highlight these objects right here that we don't want to include, and hit erase. It should take it all out. Now all we need to do is just grab our circles here. We can go ahead and duplicate that, bring it over to this page, and all we really need to do is start adding circles in here. Now, obviously, there are some places we need to clean up, so let's go back into here, edit, magic eraser, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these lines right here, erase that, and then we can go ahead and start placing these circles in here, and then just fill out the image with as many circles as you can. Now I did want to put some circles in the teeth here, but it's not looking too good, and usually teeth are white, so let's go ahead and delete that. Now we can add a page. This is going to be the back side to this page, so we don't have to add anything there. Now add another page. Now you're going to alternate between blank pages and images. So the next one, you're going to go ahead and choose your next image. So let's go ahead and choose this pig. Same concept, go ahead and enlarge it as large as you can without going close to that border here. Now, if you're looking for that margin template right here, you can go ahead and download it from my Gumroad shop. The link is down below, and just do the same thing. Grab your circles and just fill out the pig. And just keep repeating that process, and pretty soon you'll be done in no time. Now you should do anywhere from 30 to 40 images, so you have anywhere from 70 to 80 plus pages overall. How you can save this is go ahead and share it, download this as a PDF print. You want to go ahead and choose all pages. Now this says 7 pages, but it should say more than that. It should say at least 70 plus pages, and then you can save it as CMYK, which is the best for professional printing. But if you're only using the free Canva, go ahead and choose RGB and then hit download. This will be all ready to upload onto KDP. All you need to do is make a cover. So that's the niche, simple, overlooked, and somehow bringing in over $2,300 a month like clockwork. And what's even better is that you can replicate this across multiple sub niches using the same exact method. If you want my full publishing process from niche validation to uploading and optimizing your books, download my free KDP royalty roadmap in the description down below. If this video helped you see what's possible, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.